Alright guys, welcome back to some ranked. So I did play like a match or two, like a week or so ago, and I lost two. I lost both matches. The one was against a Condor, so I only lost 1 point, but the other one was against another one that was Albatross or Eagle. Yeah, against Albatross. And I lost like 20 points, which was kind of crazy because it was the same.
Hopefully you two have a great day out on the links today. Match play golf happening right now.
Fast. It was the same rank, and I lost a shit ton of points, and it brought me all the way back down to Eagle 3, right? I can't remember where I'm at, but I haven't played it since. But I was gonna go to the range today because had rained a ton last night, so I was like, I don't want to walk, in the slop. So I was gonna go to the range. Went to the golf course. Luckily, it's only about 7-10 minutes away, and it's about 10 minutes. That's it. And let's see, what do we want to do here? How about right there? Doesn't look like we're gonna hit it, but yeah. Another fast. Oh, good God! I didn't think it was gonna come out that good. The range was closed. I saw when I got there. So, oh yeah, cool. Came back home, made a tea time for the next day. I figure I'll walk 18. I think sometime next week.
And they've chosen the pitching wedge.
I'll get the.
This one's your third.
It's not gonna break, is it? Never mind, it did.
That'll be your
I didn't think it was gonna break it towards the hole enough.
Sinks this, you'll have the hole.
I think next week sometime I'll probably get the iron heads and the grips and the sand wedge on my club loft changed a little bit to a slightly lower degree.
What you're throwing down here, you're one up on the first hole. And teeing up now on the 11th.
Let's see. There we go.
Oh yeah.
But I figure before that happens, I might as well play a round or two. But I had I just wanted to play or hit. I wanted to hit some balls so bad.
And here's a look at their hybrid.
And there's no, the society is obviously over. The new one doesn't start till like 8 p.m. or something my time. It's something a little later. I mean, it's 6 p.m. or something like that. I can't remember. But like I guess I'll hop into ranked, and I'm guessing I'll lose most of my matches because I haven't really been playing.
All right, here's a 7-foot putt.
Jesus, I don't even know how that went in. I don't know how it broke so much, but I don't know how it went in either. So, but yeah, I really wanted to play, and so here I am. I don't know why it was closed. Where you hit off of mats after it rains, so.
I think you're gonna wind up at the fairway off the tee here.
I guess maybe because it was so wet, they don't want to put the machines
Just about ready to tee off.
or the cart on the grass to pick the balls up, maybe. And so they closed it so that they wouldn't just completely tear up the range. But let's see, it's uphill. Let's do a little bit less because the wind is slightly into us. Man, I don't see how these are fast. These last two shots I've swung so slow. Yeah, I'm so pissed about last week's society because,
This one's looking good.
you know, of course, rounds 3 and 4 are damn good.
Let's take this for
You know, they
birdie.
weren't
What do you say?
perfect, but they were pretty good. Oh, that's
Oh, it's
yeah.
going
So that's a little hard for that line.
They sink this, but we'll be back to all square.
Like the last 2 rounds, I played 22 under, and that would have been a tie for. Let me see what that.
Oh my.
Oh wow! I'm surprised they missed that.
And for the par. Good stroke. Okay, if he sinks this, that will have a hole.
Okay, we after this hole we should have been 2 up.
All right, let's see what we can do here on the 13th.
Still fast and pulled. But hey, it's in the
Smart
fairway.
shot.
So let's see where we would have been
See
at.
how he does on this one.
We missed the cut by 2 shots. So I wasn't crazy, but let's say we didn't miss the cut. We still would have been in a tie for 17th
All right.
if we didn't miss the cut, which really sucks. Which just goes to show how good the second and third round was. Or the third and the fourth round, sorry, the second one was bad. Yeah, we still would have been in a tie for 17th.
Go with his second shot.
And I don't know. It just really, really sucks because the 22 under after 2 rounds, after 4 rounds, we still wouldn't have been in it. You know, we wouldn't have been last place or anything. Trying to see where that is.
Oh my. Okay.
But yeah,
draw this and you'll go
it was
two
like,
up on your friend. Looking good.
22 under
Okay,
was
you're 2 up on your friend.
like around 5th place after 2 rounds, something like that. I believe. So we would have been up there, you know. And of course, the first 2 rounds are the ones
Okay,
that
let's do this
I
for
had to
four.
do, and
You make good
there we go.
contact.
And of course, it's just 11 under when 13 makes the cut.
And let's see how this tee shot fares for him.
Sorry if you guys heard that.
And he'll set up from 240.
Before the range, I was working out a bit and had a protein shake afterwards, and that did it's called liquid IV or whatever, but it's supposed to get you back the sodium and the electrolytes
Iron on display.
and all that kind of stuff that you kind of work out of your body during a workout. And the first time I'd ever had one,
Second shot here on
I
the
just put it in a regular 16-ounce bottle of water. It was so salty. I knew that one was going to be fast, but we pushed it,
dialed.
and it would have been perfect.
There's a
But it was so salty, it took me so long to drink all of it.
well, he's setting up for a
And
long
so I have,
I don't know what'll
my
happen.
work gave us in the summertime, doesn't say how many ounces it is, but it's basically a whole bottle and a bottle and a half
Left to go 3 up. It's getting there.
of water. So it's like,
Wonderful shot.
it's probably like 24 ounces.
We're 3 up in this match after that hole.
Something like that. Of it's a bottle, and I put it in. I was like, it's got to be like you have to dilute it more maybe
Teeing up now on the 15th
to make it not so damn salty. And that's what you had to do.
Just a pure swing.
Perfect. I don't know why it's so far left.
For now,
But yeah,
ready to
it tastes perfectly fine now. Man, it was just like drinking salt. Just like seawater. You know, they got the potassium so you don't get cramps, and obviously the salt that you lose. You need salt in your body.
Let's head towards the hole. Let's keep this going. That's your 4th birdie of the day. Good work out there.
Yes, you can drink too much water, by the way, have the sodium flushed out of your body, and then you will get to have a seizure. Happened to my grandma a long time ago. She was drinking so much water. God, stay in the fairway. Of course not. And she had a seizure because she had pretty much no more sodium in her body. So she was fine afterwards, but it scared us.
Okay, as we set this up, it's not a great seat. It's very, very deep into this rough.
Hit a great shot from there, though.
Right, we'll take that. And it looks like
We're
around
3, so Dormy
yards
in this hole.
for him.
He's got a tie, so birdie does it unless he makes this.
And here's their 8-iron.
All right, he hits it close to where we have to make it, I think.
We're lining this one up 19 feet away.
Ah, wow, it didn't break maybe a few inches. Let's say I put it out like a foot, and only break like half of that maybe. Alright, we'll go to the next one, still Dormy. So I just have to tie. Par 5. See if we can get another eagle.
Let's go. Pound this one out there. Oh yeah, I'll approve that. Okay,
Alright,
this is
let's
about
see.
240
Wind
yards
is helping.
south of the pin.
It's only uphill a yard. Perfect. Wow.
This one I'll kick to the left.
Way right.
Look at you go. Next putt for eagle.
So I moved it over probably 5 yards to the left. 8 mile an hour wind should only move it over a few yards, to be honest. Like if it's a yard per wind, which I know it's probably not, it should have only moved it to the right like 3 yards. And I played a cut to try to counter the wind a little bit. But I don't know. It's like I didn't even move to the left at all. This is to win the match. Damn it. Overread the last one, underread this one.
Ever so close to pulling down that eagle.
So.
And if they sink this, your best hope today is going to be to tie the match at the end of this. But let's see what happens.
Well, if he sinks this, our best hope is to win on the next hole. But he missed it, so we win.
All right, here we go. Let's get out of here. Tap her on in. Good work. 5th birdie today.
So win the first one after not playing ranked for at least 2 weeks.
The match. Congratulations. Walking away here. 3 up on your opponent. Fine work.
Oh, he was
Well, on behalf of
under
myself
us anyway,
here
so
at HB Stu-
that's one we should have won, I guess. What am I? What is this? Albatross? Albatross 3? I guess. I don't remember. Yeah, Eagle was purple, Albatross. Okay. I'm stupid. Couldn't remember a damn thing. Birdie's blue. Yeah. Okay. So we can go over here.
It's gonna get fun.
We do have, you have a much
Just about
longer,
down to this course today. Let's go low out there today.
I'm going over here. It's easier to hit the fairway from right here and not have to either go 3-wood or lay off the driver,
Go on this
even though
course.
it is a much longer shot into the green. He's going over here as well.
Let's see what you have on the second shot here on the 10th.
Okay. Got the 3-wood out, it's uphill. Pretty good shot, just hung it out a little bit to the right. Damn.
Okay, he's setting up his second shot here.
Wow, well, we're gonna have to make this. That was a really good shot.
This is what our third shot's looking like.
Well, we made the first chip in last time, so. Oh, it was close. It was close.
And this putt's gonna put him.
Alright, we'll probably go one down of the first, but I mean, what are you gonna do with a 3-wood shot like that, you know? I think if we would have been a little more to the left,
Friends one up on you after that first
we
one.
maybe have stayed on the green, but because it was off to the right. Because we would have hit into that upslope and it would have just slowed it down. Because we didn't go off by very much, and you know, it hit that slope and just ran down. So overall, I mean, a great drive, great 3-wood, and it was actually a pretty good chip. We only missed it off the right side by a little bit.
This is an 8-iron.
Ooh, that should have plugged.
Let's see.
Like when I have those 30%ers. All right.
He's looking good so far.
All right.
Oh yeah, that was a tight
Make that.
shot. Well
We
done.
get it back to level par, hopefully.
Well, let's see how he gets out of this one, shall we? He's got 8 feet to go.
Yeah, it's funny because I was. Oh, he misses the putt. So it don't matter. We can
This putt to win
two
the
putt
hole.
this.
This one's tracking.
And
After that one,
I know some of you thinking, well, why didn't you just see if you could play?
the 12th hole of this one now.
Even though you couldn't go to the range. Because I only brought the 3 clubs that I'm testing out to figure out which 2 I want in the bag.
All right.
So yeah, you know, I went to the range probably. It was the day after my fitting, and it was the 3-wood, the 5-wood, and the 3 hybrid. He said, "See which 2 you're hitting the best. Which ones you want in the bag, because they're not that big a difference in distance. Like the 3 hybrid, the 5-wood, and the 3-wood. Funny enough, I hit around the same yardage. It's like only a 5-yard difference. Well, I don't know about my specific 3 and
Okay, second
5-wood
shot here on the
because I didn't have them in the bag at the fitting. It was a 3 and 5-wood that they had.
We're gonna be on the putting surface.
So, I'm not 100% sure about that, but the 3 hybrid and their 5 and 3-wood, I was hitting,
See what happens.
it was only like a 5-yard difference. So, it's more to find out, like, just which ones do I want in the bag. And the funny thing was, after that one thing on the range, you would think,
opponent.
well, if you're hitting them around the same distance, you would go maybe 3 hybrid and 3 wood just to maximize.
Let's see what we can do off the tee here. It's a
'cause
long par 4.
I said it in the last TGC video, but the 3 wood I was hitting better than the 5 wood, which is strange. Even the fitter was like, that's really weird. Most people hit the 5 wood way better, but I was hitting the 3 wood better. But on the range, it was like the 3 wood and the 5 wood I was hitting
50 yards to go.
a lot better, and it felt a lot better. Yeah. I should have brought the
Green on that approach.
length back,
Let's see
or the
what
distance
happens.
back a little bit, because I was trying to take off a little bit to counter the wind, and I just hit it slow, trying to take off of it. Not a horrendous shot, but it's off. It's off the green. But it's like, I don't know if I want to take the 3 hybrid out, because the reason I took the 3 and the 5 wood out is because I wasn't hitting them good at all. But we'll see. That's why I wanted to do a range session today, just to really dial that in, because I got a notification that the stuff had shipped to the fitting place. What a shot. So we're going to have to chip this in to maintain our 1-up lead.
This is your 3rd shot.
Damn. Oh, it's fairway. I'm going to put this. Okay. I hit it a little hard because it was on fairway, not fringe, but
Got this left to save your par.
unfortunate. If I wouldn't have hit it so hard, I think it would have went in.
They all square if they sink this.
But what I'm going to do tomorrow when I play is every hole, I'm going to hope that it's not a busy day, because you could tell today there was hardly any cars there. Which is why I should have just brought my bag and been like, hey, can I just hop out on the course? And because they would have said, yeah, there's a group teeing off right now, but wait about 10 minutes and go out and play. But hopefully it's not too busy, because what I'm going to do is tee off with the hybrid and a wood, and then the hybrid and a different wood. Fast. Wow.
A bit to the left on the approach.
I feel like that was barely fast, and it's like
Approach there.
15 yards left. Yeah, it was more than 15 yards left.
From way out.
168 green. So these are pretty fast. Way faster than the last ones.
Yeah,
It's a good putt. The last ones were
If they
116.
sink this, they'll go to 1 up for the match.
He went 1 up after the first hole. We got it back on the very next one. Alright, got lucky.
All right, 3 feet to the cup. All
Okay,
right.
so he went 1 up on 10, we got it back at 11. 12 we tied. He got 1 up on, he got it back on 13, we tied on 14.
That hole's gonna be halved.
Par 4, drivable, 304. This is the one over the creek. I can get there with a 3 wood, I believe. But I think I have to overpower it a little bit. So driver's the safer play, obviously, because even if we hit a bad one, we can still get over. Versus the 3 wood, if you hit it slow, you're probably not getting over. But anyway. So yeah, the first hole I'll tee off with like my hybrid, and then probably the 3 wood.
Not positive. Could be rough. Could be fairway.
Ooh, what?
All right,
I guess I don't know what that's
one
counting
go.
as. Yeah, we have to hit driver because it's way out there. Oh, right there, I think. Let's see where this puts us at. Found that.
Nice swing.
Oh, what a drive. What a drive. What a drive.
Look at this. Driving that green.
Oh, man.
Putting for eagle.
Okay, so it puts them right here in the heavy rough. Okay. And then the second hole, I'll tee off with 3 hybrid and 5 wood. The third hole's par 3. Fourth hole, I think I'll do 3 hybrid and 5 wood again because the 3 wood.
This is third.
Again, if the distances are all the same, it shouldn't matter. But 3 wood could go too far, you know. And then the fifth hole, par 5, which I usually do with the hybrid anyway. I'll go 3 hybrid, 3 wood again.
This putt to go 1 up for the match. Beautifully done.
And the reason why I alternate between woods and not go 2 woods on one hole is just because.
Shot and land it nicely in that fairway.
Okay.
I like it.
The 3 hybrid and 3 wood is really what I should be like, okay, which one of these do I not want in the bag versus the 3 hybrid, which I should probably keep in the bag. Just because, let's say I need to hit a low one, the 3 hybrid is obviously way easier to hit a low shot than a wood.
Not the purest of strokes.
Okay, so we might get a 2-up right here.
He's coming out of the deep
And go Dormy. Because he's got 180, so not the worst lie, so he can probably still get it there. But we'll have probably some sort of wedge, if not like a 9 iron in, versus him having to hit a 3 iron into there.
He's going to get a little
Yeah.
gritty here in the sand.
So even though he still wouldn't have been able to get it actually to the hole because
The way.
of the way the green is, I don't think. It would have just come right back down. So uphill, wind in the face. We're just going to go full wedge.
Well, this
Oh,
might
it's
be a little bit long, but
still too
with
far. It went, so that went almost 100%.
turns out,
10 feet,
I may have been wrong. I may have thought you were going to go past
it's 10 foot above us. And then wind was 7 miles an hour in our face. That wind alone should have brought it back almost to the flag. And then on top of that, an extra 3 yards. That's 10 yards. That should have brought it back. But it went almost the full distance. Kind of crazy. And I hit it a touch slow, which should have, again, knocked off a yard or 2 at least. But oh well. Make this putt. Hopefully go 2 up with 2 to
Take this, we'll
play.
take the match to Dormy.
I knew it.
Nah.
Okay, I guess we lose the hole. What the fuck? I brought the thing back.
Feet from the cup.
I brought it back so that I wouldn't hit it too hard. And it somehow goes all the way
Now
down.
they're gonna take
There's
the golf
no
square
way.
again.
That was so stupid. And because, again, they don't know how to work their greens,
Our putt will drop.
we're all square in the last 2 when I should have been 2 up. I knew I played it out too far to the right because that's why I brought it back, brought the distance thingy back, so that I would hit it softer and try to just die it in the hole instead of, you know. Instead that stupid crap happens. Like, what?
5 iron on.
And that's when it's just like, man, I just really hate this game. Like, what's so sad is I hate this game like 70% of the time. Oh, come on. Come on, that should have been so good.
All right,
There's
so
hardly any wind.
And now we will putt
With how far downhill it was, and there was only a few mile an hour of wind,
this
that should have landed on the front of the green and been like less than 5 foot away from the hole.
Ooh, just missed. Yeah, if you sink this, you could save par. Nicely done.
It was more downhill
3-footer here.
than the wind was into us.
Okay, safely home with that putt. And that hole will be halved.
So stupid. So I mean, this hole is a must birdie no matter what. It's either a must birdie to tie or a must birdie to win.
Okay, let's launch this next tee shot. What do you say?
He's in the fair with 104 to go.
There we go.
You got like 108.
You've got about 110
Yep,
yards.
that's exactly what we have. 108. I'm good. It's uphill. Let's say 5 yards with that wind. 6, 7 yards. I'll go with this and then that. I would say just don't hit it slow, and that's what I did. But since I pulled it, it was
Nice
perfect.
approach. Good stuff. And here's his second shot.
All right, it's all going to depend on this right here. So he's going with a pitch.
Going with the 9-iron.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he's a longer putt, but that's about it.
All right, he's putting this one for birdie.
Neither one of us have really been putting all that well, so. Do we go to a playoff? Or does one of us make it?
Oh,
Ooh, it lips.
if you drop this, you will be on top of things.
There we go.
Victory.
Make sure to hit it a little bit hard so, you know,
And with that putt, the round comes to an end.
didn't go too far
And
to
this
the
one's
left.
over, and you just went ahead and
Oh, he was still
won
under
this
us.
one. Good work out there. Hopefully your opponent doesn't feel too bad about it. We'll play again soon.
I guess it's hard to get Albatross 3 people. Because we've constantly gone against Eagle 2s. Honey Beach, Denton, McGowan 5. But we've won both. One of them's gone to the 17th, one to the 18th. We'll see what happens here.
Hello there. My name is John McCarthy, and I'm pleased to welcome
Yeah,
you
I think tomorrow.
2K23.
Ah,
Open it up
shit.
for some good times. We're just taking a hack out of the front 9 of this course today.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done it.
He's ready to
I was-
let her rip.
I was
Let's see
like,
how
eh.
this hole goes.
Driving's been good. Well, let me try to overpower it a little bit. Don't know why. You can't make it onto the green. And if... I mean, the best thing you're going to do is just be
Second
10
shot
yards
here
further.
first.
So it was a really stupid decision on my part. Because now I have this tree in the way. Okay, hit a really solid shot.
Okay.
I just needed it to roll out, and unfortunately I put spin on it. I honestly thought I was going to go a little further. So, I mean, he's pitching from here as well, so it more than likely we'll lose this first hole again. But, I mean, it was idiotic decision with the driver on my part. He almost makes it.
Here we go for the birdie.
120, so much slower greens. Doesn't matter. Boom, make the putt. What a bomb of a first putt. Yeah, tomorrow's mostly just going to be focused on that. Obviously, it's again going to be warm up for the season.
Hole of this match results in,
Um,
well, everybody being all square. And let's see what the second hole has in store for us.
touch slow, but it should be
Second
fine.
shot.
I'm hoping to continue like
Okay, he appears to be ready.
so. Last year, my ball
Let's see how
striking
this tee shot
with the
goes.
irons was the best it's been since I started playing.
Not quite sure where this will end up.
I was still drawing it way too much with the irons and couldn't really control how much it was going to draw. But we, you know, with after the fitting,
Dance floor here.
finding out why. Damn it, I should have put spin on that. I didn't think I was going to need spin because I thought it was going to hit
Go. This is his
the fringe or the
second
fairway
shot.
first. But it hit green and just rolled. With how slow they are, I'm surprised it rolled that far. I'm hoping that can continue with, even though, you know, I didn't play December, January, and February. Wow, his
Okay, this is his
that
third.
thing just took off from the fairway. That was weird. Um, but knowing a little bit more about, ooh,
Oh.
it's a good putt.
Okay, here's your chance to go one up on your opponent. Ah,
Are you kidding me?
here we go. Par putt.
Whatever.
Let's do it.
Knowing a little bit more about why it's drawing so much, and it's because so the clubs I have, they're the one length
That
Cobras,
will be had.
and the reason I got them
Let's
is for one, I couldn't hit a 6 and a 5 iron very well at all. Like, I just couldn't. Ah, damn it. Oh, that might be okay. Yeah, a little
good shot.
too fast. I couldn't get them in the air, and you know they were so low, and it was just like to the point where I wouldn't play a 6 or a 5 iron if I could help it. Which is why it's a really good thing at the fitting they use a 6 iron.
5 iron here.
Because they say that that's one of the. I can't remember if they said he was like
Footer on his hands here.
that's probably the hardest club in the average person's bag to hit, or it's the least used club. It was something. I can't remember, but it was a good thing because not only is it my least used club in the bag, but it was also one of the harder hitting ones to hit ones.
16-footer.
Damn.
Okay, your opponent is one up after that one.
We got lucky with the putt on the first hole, but the last one we really should have made. Should have made that one as well. But so those irons were already de-lofted,
All right, let's send it.
like to where it was already a club. You were hitting like a club more, so my 7 was basically a 6 iron. And then with how much I hit down on the ball, I was de-lofting it so much. What? Oh, what? That sounded awful. Well, it was too far, but I'd say it sounded awful and it was almost as good as you could hit it. So I was de-lofting the 7 as if it was a 5. Because sometimes my 7 would go 190, sometimes it would go 200. You know, it was, or 180, which is what it should be going. Or 185, something like that. Sometimes it would go 200. And I'm just like, distance control was all over the place. My draws were way too much. And again, when you de-loft it, it closes the club face a little more. And so that's what was creating these huge draws and hitting it way further
All right, sink this and you'll take the hole.
in some cases.
Oh, it's getting there.
Yes.
This match is all square after
And so that's why I'm going back to the
on the 5th.
more normal a much more normal lofted club head in these Titleists. But they're gonna have my shafts. So I think I'm not 100% sure what they're gonna do with some of them. So obviously the gap wedge, pitching wedge 9, 8, and I think even the 7 are going to be chopped a little bit. Are you kidding me?
No.
You're telling me that broke that much with how much not only power that I apparently put into that, because it went by like 8 feet, but also it's going to break that much? No.
8 feet to the cup.
None of those putts
Looking pretty good.
so far, with how slow these greens are, have made any sense with how far they've gone and with how much they've broken. That one shouldn't have broken more than outside the right edge. Especially with how hard it was apparently hit.
This is right on the border. I'm not sure if it's going to be rough or
Well, at least gonna have a flat lie.
Let's see how he does.
Oh god, 237. So this was a very reachable par 5, and of course we've hit it into the heavy rough to where we can't get on. But the 6-iron, you probably keep right at where it's at because it's already 7-iron length. So I'm not sure what they're gonna do with the 5-iron, because technically shouldn't that one be? Because you can't lengthen an iron. You know what I mean? So I'm not 100% sure, unless they're just going to keep that one at the 7-iron length. Which I'm fine with, because I could hit the 5-iron pretty decent.
We're in the deep stuff. You might need a club or two extra on this shot.
It was hit really well. Yeah, just couldn't make it onto there.
Okay, here's our third shot.
Let's just go with a straight full chip. Should run out. I thought it was gonna run out a lot more than that. I was like, we're chipping from the heavy rough. It should roll out a good bit. Which it should have. Again, with how these greens have been rolling, especially out of the heavy rough, that chip shouldn't have stopped as soon as it did. Oh, and that one's not going to break? But everything else has broken like a shit ton? Cool, so we lose the hole. Because they don't never want to decide what their greens do. Do they roll slow, fast? Do they break a lot? Do they not break at all? Like, what the hell? Another par 5 back to back. And then of course the grips are going to be a little bit smaller. I have the Jumbo Max, which do work for me. That's another reason why. So I had the smalls. I'm going down to extra small, but the larger grips do work for me. I knew it was slow, but god damn it, I pushed it.
Okay, on the green safely.
This
will be its second shot.
But we're going with the extra small so that my hands can actually go fully around the club. It was, I could almost touch my palm with my fingers with this small, but it was just a hair off.
3-iron on display.
So that he wants, the hands to be able to touch at least.
All right,
which makes sense to me. You don't fully have a grip of the club if that's not happening. So. Okay, so I mean we have a chance to get it back to level, but it's too long of a putt to say, oh, we got it. Yeah, not a bad putt by any means.
And he's putting this one for birdie.
So we got to win 8 and 9. Okay.
And finishing the hole with a solid putt. Beautiful shot.
Got to win 8 and 9. Par 3, which is 160 down 2 yards. Wind not really a factor.
They are going with the 9-iron on this one.
It looks good. I'm gonna say if it doesn't get a little more left, it could get into the rough, but it was a little short. With that wind. Say we have a little more wind. He only had 3 miles an hour. We had 6. So.
Shot worked out just fine.
Yeah, I was worried about pushing it too far to the right, just because I was like, what if it's pushed or slowed? Then I'm gonna be in the rough. So I just kind of kept it on that edge. Ooh,
Right.
it's a good putt. Gives us another chance.
Okay, you need this to win the hole.
My putting's been awful.
Good work
Except
out
for that
there
one.
today. That's your 4th birdie so far. And after that hole, we're all
All right, gotta win the last one. Same as the last thing. It's par 4. Ooh. Fairway. Not gonna say it was a good drive. It's pushed and fast, which counters everything. So, but yeah, and then of course
this hole goes for him.
the bigger grips. If people don't know this, two reasons why you would change to a bigger grip. Not only if your hands are really big,
This one's about
but
110 from the pin.
for one, they do help if you have wrist issues. I don't. At least at the moment that I know of.
This one's looking
Back into the divot.
Nice approach on that.
But if you do have wrist issues, it helps with that because you're not using your wrist as much. And also, it will increase your swing speed. It's not going to be like, oh, if I'm at 90 and I want 100, that's not going to, it's not going to do crazy amount like that you have to work on yourself. But it will increase your swing speed. And I think having slightly smaller, big grips
All right, if this putt goes down, you'll
may increase them even more. It may increase it even more. And so my driver swing speed is at 100 right now. I want it to be 110.
At this pin in the playoff, let's make it count. Well, we're green bound here.
Ooh, that's a good one right there. I was worried when it started out a good bit right because I pushed it, but hitting it fast helped. We're 6 feet. 6 feet. He was short last time, and we were a little long left last time. All right, we got it. Unless he makes his bunker shot and we miss. That's the only way he wins it. And then the other thing is de-lofting my sand wedge, so 56 degree. Ooh, that was a close one. Into a 54. Because one thing I told him what I wanted is I have a 30-yard gap in my sand wedge to my gap wedge. And I was like, something's got to happen with that.
I have faith in you.
Well, I hope I don't. I hope I don't 3-putt, I 2-putt, but.
A little too hard. Oh, that's gonna do it.
And so de-lofting it to a 54 degree. Not only is it going to give me a little more distance with my sand wedge, so probably put it up to about 115. But also not having my gap wedge be a 7-iron length and not having it be so de-lofted is going to take it from a 140 probably down to a 125 to a 130. And so it's going to cover that gap really nicely. And I'm very happy about that. We're not touching my loft wedge except for the grip. Hey, we finally get more points. Yeah, I love my loft wedge. I love my sand wedge. There was just that gap in between sand and loft. We're not touching. So we're going to cut down my 4 hybrid slightly because it's the same length as my 3 hybrid for some reason. Don't know why.
Hi there. Welcome to the game.
I didn't specifically order a longer or shorter of the hybrids.
Start out today with a par 4 in front of us. All right, let's launch this ball into the fairway and take it from there. Okay, give this a smash.
Unless maybe I ordered a shorter 3, but a regular 4, in which case the 4 does need to be cut down a little bit. And we're not touching whichever woods that I choose, and we're not touching driver, again, except for to switch out the grips. We did go back up to a standard 10.5 degree in the driver. To help me eliminate or just to get a little more height with the driver because I was hitting it kind of low. But again, my distance is only 250, 260, and I just need to increase swing speed with that. I'm right at 100 right now with the driver. I feel like if I can get it to 110, then I'll have optimal carry. I want my carry to at least be 250, so that I can get it to a 270 total distance. That's my goal for the driver. Wow, that just rolled out a ton.
Nice stroke. We're on the green. Setting up for a birdie here.
Wow. That's what I want with my driver, and I'm working on my swing speed. I've been doing that this year, so every weekend, each day, I'll kind of work on my swing speed. Ooh. And also, like I said, you know, I'm working out a little bit more. I'm trying to do stuff not only for arms, but also back. Wow, that just didn't break.
A little bit
That
too hard on that one.
that didn't really make a lot of sense to me.
That's a great way to start your round. Even par.
But yeah, on back, in order to, you know, rotate better. Because I feel like my rotation is good, but it could be a little bit better. And plus, my job being so physically demanding, you're bending a lot. You're picking up throughout the day thousands and thousands of pounds. You're constantly on your feet moving and that kind of stuff. I feel like I need to work out my back in order to not destroy it because of work. Oh, what a shot.
Yep, that's out of the top shelf.
So it's like I'm doing arms and chest is, of course, with arms most of the time if you're doing anything with the bench. Doing arms, I'm doing, you know, and that comes with like a lot of tricep as well. I'm doing back exercises which help with your movements. And then and I'm doing legs as well. I'm not doing any cardio because I get so much cardio at work. I'm probably walking 10 miles. It's about 10 miles a day if I work for 8 hours. And our average is 8 to 10 hours is what we work. You know, not counting your lunch breaks and stuff. I knew it was slow. I didn't think it was pushed, but par 5, isn't it?
It's not gonna be good.
Yeah, okay.
And he's ready to tee
I knew
off
it.
here. Let's see how this goes.
We're 280, not getting there. It'd be a tough get anyway from the fairway. You think if he's in the fairway, it'd probably be 265, 270. Let's see. I have no idea. Let's get it to a pitch distance.
Okay.
105, yeah. Yeah, 270. It is downhill. Wind is helping you slightly, but I don't know. I don't think I would have gotten a wood any closer to make a realistic eagle chance. So, well, no, maybe it's really open. I screwed up on my part on that drive because I definitely would have gotten a wood somewhere on there. You would think.
Okay, this is about 105 yards.
But we have a good pitch.
Come on, give us a kick to the left.
I just really screwed this hole up. I gotta hope he misses and we make a big putt, a 20-footer. Both 20 foot. But anyway, I'm hoping, I'm trying to keep that up throughout the year. It's just tough. It's tough to damn, he made it. That's alright. I hit, honestly, just bad tee shot, second shot didn't matter. You just get it in the fairway. Bad third shot. So what are you gonna do? But yeah, with working on the swing speeds, I think I can definitely not get it to that distance this year, but I definitely think that I can get, to a 230, 240 carry, try and give myself an extra 10 to 20 yards. Something like that.
Let's go. Kick right. Kick right.
Wow, okay. I thought that was going to fly
Nice approach.
about pin high, but
Let's see what his
wind took
second
it down
shot
a
looks
little bit
like.
more than I was thinking. And then we're not changing anything with the putter. I love my putter. And I was putting really good last year, so. At least at the end of the year, I was putting really good. Ooh. Alright, well, I mean, maybe. He missed, we make, you never know.
This is a long shot, but he could make it.
And again, it's crazy to me that I'm going to be going from a really forgiving, bigger kind of club head with the irons to a smaller, thinner club head with the Titleist, because, even the fitter was like, it is kind of crazy that you're hitting the not much less, but the slightly less forgiving, smaller club face, much thinner bottom than those Cobras that are a much the width on the bottom of the Cobras is probably at least double of those Titleists. But I was hitting them. Wow. How did that? I don't know. This green makes no sense to me. Oh, still to go one up. Oh yeah, he three putted, or is gonna three putt. Oh, we can possibly get on this.
That swing was to die for.
To die for. If it goes on, it's coming right back off. Yeah, that's alright. I needed to overpower it, and I wasn't comfortable in doing that. But it was. I was hitting those, and they felt so much better. And the height on them, obviously, because they're not as de-lofted, was so much better. And it was just so crazy that the carry distance on the 6-iron Cobra was a 163. The total distance was 193.
Here's our second shot on this fifth hole.
The carry distance on the Titleist was 183, 6-iron. Total distance was between a 195 and like 198. So I was hitting it almost the exact same, if not maybe a touch further. But I was carrying it 20 yards further. And that's what I need, because now that might work out, and it does. Works out perfectly. When it comes to hitting into greens,
let's see how he does.
Like I said, I know my total distance, but when it comes to the carry, I have no idea.
Nice.
And so it was all over the place on whether or not. Yes. On whether or not, this 6-iron or this 8-iron was going to hold the green or not draw too much, because that was my huge issue, was drawing it way too much.
That hole's going to be halved. We got a left to right breeze on this hole. That drive's looking decent here.
And so with these club heads, I was actually able to hit a slight, fade. And I was able to cut it just slightly. you know, a few yards, and I'm never able to cut my irons.
Pin for
I'm always drawing them way too much. And that's because, like I said, it was already delofted, and me hitting down delofts them even more.
taking out the 3-wood on this one.
That looked like a punch. I think it was based on the distance.
Second shot here on the 7th.
With the wind in the face, I still think this is okay. Ah, not when you do that.
Going left here.
I think it still would have been a little short,
Third
but
shot.
not good. We gotta hope he misses.
Sinks this, he'll take
But, and that's what gets me most excited. I'm hopefully, you know, again, because nothing was the exact same. Like I said, I didn't have my grips, I didn't have my shaft. That didn't sound right. But the shaft was very close to what I was using.
birdie of the day so far.
Um,
He's got a 4-footer to deal with here.
but you know, the hope is with the, you know,
And that hole will be halved.
them not being so delofted and everything, like, you know, like I don't have to worry about, oh my god, I'm gonna, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna draw this 15 yards or not. You know what I mean? Do I have to swing like I'm hitting a cut to not draw this 10 yards? You know what I mean? I'll be able to judge distances way better because I'll be able to get better height.
And he's setting up from 120 yards out.
And that's just something that, you know, 90% of it, 95% of the way you play is obviously the person and not the equipment.
Heading for the
But you
green.
can put the equipment onto some things, especially if you have, you know, not the norm set of equipment, you know. Or you're somebody who's like, let's say myself, you know, clubs are set for an average height of person and stuff like that. And I'm below average on that height. I'm not even, unless I'm under 5'6". And so that length of club just might not work for me, and it doesn't. Even though with the swing, I'm very flexible. You know, I have a average, if not actually above average swing speed. But even with that, I'm still, you know, not able to, you know, get the height that I require for these things and all that, so. It's been an hour and 3. I haven't done one in a while, so we'll do one more. Against Boa 3 at Atlantic Beach. I think we've played Atlantic Beach one time today. But yeah, like, so goals after.
Hello there, my name is John McCarthy, welcoming you to PGA
After the fitting and just kind of readjusting.
And it looks like some match play is on.
Readjusting what my total goals are for this year. I know I said in the last video what they were, but we'll start from putting onwards. Obviously, you're gonna want making more putts this year. Obviously, from outside 5 feet is a big goal of mine. 10 to 15 feet, I need to be making more of, and that's where I kind of struggle. And that's just simply, you know, practice. Obviously, practice makes perfect. I need to be out there practicing the putts versus being on the range. If I can switch how much I'm on the range versus how much I'm on the putting green, then I think I'll be dialed in. Because I'm on the range 3 times to 4 times more than I am on the green, the practice green.
All right,
And
Send this ball away.
that obviously isn't going to amount to making more putts.
That'll do.
So if I can just switch it up,
Second shot.
I think that'll do me good. And because I can read the greens, you know, as good as anybody or better. But you know, when you just don't put that practice in, you don't see it, you know. And when it comes to the short game, like I said, like when it comes to bunkers, chipping, and stuff like that, my course doesn't have, or it didn't have, you know, hopefully this year it'll be done by the time the full season starts, but they didn't have a chipping or putting, or a green where you can hit bunker shots. And I think that hurts.
Looking pretty dialed.
Ooh, I did not need that much spin. I think that hurts so much when you don't have that stuff, because when it comes to my course, it's so busy. I can't just throw a ball or two into the bunker
All right, and you've got this.
and practice, you know, 3 or 4 bunker shots
You go.
for 5 minutes. There's just no time. There's so many people on the course usually. You know, you might get like a round or two in a few months where you could do that, but there's no time to do it. So that's a big one, is going to that practice area with the chipping and bunkers and just honing that shot, because I don't hit practice bunker shots ever. And so let's say I'm in a bunker 4 times a round.
Let's smash this.
I'll be honest, 3 of them are usually pretty darn good. For me not being able to practice out of a bunker, I get them to within 10, 12 feet 3 out of 4 times. And the 4th time, I'm usually less than 20 feet. So it's like, even though I don't have the areas I need, I don't have the time on the course to practice those shots, they're still honestly really good. And I think having that area will just, you know, make it even better, to where I can say, okay, this is going to be within 5 feet, you know. And then, you know, when it comes down to like the irons and everything like that, with the new club heads, with the slightly smaller grips, obviously possibly a few more yards on those irons, especially with the sand wedge, a few less yards with the gap wedge, obviously it being going to be not as delofted and not as long of a club anymore. And same with the pitching wedge.
You'll go one up on your opponent if you can just sink this putt.
Again, they're only 120 speed, so they're not supposed to be breaking all that much. Okay, got it.
You're on your way to quite a little streak. 2 birdies in a row.
And so with them not being so delofted, I'm going to be able to actually say, well, I'm going to hit a slight cut here, or I'm not, you know, I'm not going to be drawing at 10 to 15 yards when I'm not meaning to. I knew it was, yeah, okay. Okay. I didn't put it as far left as I wanted to, because I knew that I was going to hit it fast. I didn't think I was going to pull it, but it worked out. So I think my control from pitching wedge or even gap wedge up to that 5-iron is going to be so much better. Again, my ball striking was really, really good last year. I think that control with where it goes is going to be so much better this year. Again, that's my goal as well, to just kind of hone that in with these iron heads, to where I'm going to be on the green at least 80% of the time, and I'm going to be within 15 feet, hopefully the majority of the time, with something that is under like a 7-iron, you know. 7, 8, 9 pitching gap wedge, everything like that. I should be within 15 feet a good amount of the time, just because again my ball striking was amazing last year. It was just where it was because I couldn't count on not having that draw. And I know that's really unrealistic expectations if a pro doesn't have that, but you know, have those expectations high so that you know you have this big goal to work for. To me, putting a goal out there to where you can easily break that goal in your first 2 plays is ridiculous, because then let me set a new one. No, I want to be able to work towards this for most of the year, you know, and if by the end I'm there, awesome. I can make a new one, you know, I can make something better for myself. And when it comes to like the hybrids in the woods, I just want to be able to hit them better. I want to be way more consistent with where they go, how far they go. And
second shot.
what am I? I'm in the fairway, okay. I wasn't sure. I'm hoping that I can do that this year, because when I first got my 3 hybrid, I was hitting it amazing. I mean, I was getting it to 250, which was insane. I was like, this is how far I hit my damn driver.
And that'll do.
But then over time, for some reason, I just stopped hitting it so well, and I had no idea why.
Draw on this one.
Damn it.
And that'll do.
We're on the green though, so it's.
And let's see how he does.
So with those, I just and they're more of clubs to where, like I said, 3 out of the 4 par 5s, because on one of them, 2 if you say, you know, I can't really hit a draw with these clubs. So with one of them, I can't go more than 250 to 260, which means I can't go for the green because I'm 300 yards out.
Let's see how you do here. We have a very long putt ahead of us.
Yes, it is. Let's see, it was a scary tee shot. Didn't. Wow, I just didn't hit that or put enough on it. Okay.
And if this drops, they will win the hole.
And then the other par 5. If I could draw a driver, sure, my second shot I could get on the green if it goes in the fairway. Since I really can't, you know, it's, again, 270 to 300 to get to the green. And so, ooh.
This one's 8 feet away.
Ooh, I really should have got this one closer.
Well,
Damn
it's
it.
going right
That's what I was worried about. I was just...
And he needs this to win the
A
hole.
really bad first putt. I'm not even saying the tee shot because
Okay, that putt's
I don't know.
down.
It was just a tough tee shot for me because
We
the
are
pitch and wedge and gap wedge are so different. Oh well. But they're basically just off the tee and getting to a good layup, hitting a good layup shot with those clubs is really what I want.
Looks like this one will be
Because the
safe in
18th, the
fairway.
par 5, I can get on in 2 with the hybrids for that one.
Okay, let's
But it's very rare that I'm even trying to go for them, you know. So
and we're setting up
those are my
10
they're
for
smaller
second
goals
pitch.
for those, but
You're probably
wow,
heading right.
what?
He's getting ready to fire away with his second shot.
Guess because of the lie, it just exaggerated the slow. I don't know. It was barely slow. I put it to the left to counter the lie, but yeah, that's kind of where those clubs are at. And then the driver is obviously, for me, it's just more distance because I'm pretty good
Look at their
at getting it
five-iron.
into the fairway. Alright,
Good shot.
gotta get this one close. This is a must because he has what looks like a pretty makeable putt. Now it is damn it. His is downhill, but I bet you he makes this. And if he does, well, we haven't had so far like a gimme match, you know, except for the first one, which we went. Or was it the second? It was the second of the first one, which we were 3 up, going dormy into 16, lost, but then we tied on 17.
Oh, that was a
And,
close one.
you know, we won that.
Ooh, setting up for birdie here. So far, so good.
Alright.
Great effort.
I'll say if we lose our 1 up, that's going to be really bad.
Bogey on the last. Great
But yeah, the driver is obviously just to get more distance to match my irons and my hybrid and woods and stuff like that. Because if my 6-iron carries 180 something, let's just say 185, and it goes 195 to 200, my driver then should carry 250 at least, and go 270. You know what I mean? That should be what it is, but it's not, and I just fuck, that's bad. That's really bad.
Careful with this one. We're in the deep
Of course, it's another par 5. Okay, I was just trying to get it over that.
And we're out of the dirty stuff. Now let's get to that real short stuff on the
But you know,
from
it just
here.
doesn't make any sense to me.
15 yards
And
up.
he even was going that is kind of weird that you're only, you know, 20 yards from that the three hybrid to the driver, and you know, it's like that. And it's just my swing speed. Right now my swing speed is in the 90s for the irons, and it's right at 100 for the driver. If I can get the driver to 110 and maybe get my irons
Looks like this one's going left.
to 100, I think
Setting up here
it'd be
now.
so much
Our
better.
Third shot.
Okay, we got lucky, we got lucky with his, and then just, that was such a bad flop shot. And it's not even like, I was worried about going fast. I knew I had to swing faster, and just, my thumb wouldn't do it. So, I mean, we gotta make this.
Okay, 37 feet from the cup.
So it's going left immediately, but not by much. Going back to the right, going touch to the left, back to the left. Stay right there. Oh, it was a little bit more. I needed to basically double
We'll be back
how much I
all
moved it back.
square if they drop this putt.
Alright, all square with 2 holes to go, so we gotta win. If we win 8, you know, it's a little safety net.
For the birdie.
Damn it, that was just bad. Bad drive.
After that hole.
Second shot was fine, third shot was awful. And that's really what killed us. I didn't want to pitch it just because it was such a short shot, but I probably should have. What's this? 150. Wind's in our face. So, play it about 155. Something like that, because it's downhill, 2 yards. So maybe play it closer to 160.
8 iron. This one
So
might
he
be
went
a-
long.
Well, let's see.
He did hit an 8. That's what he said. Why would you hit an 8? Good God. I'm just going to go de-lofted pitching wedge. Hit it fast. It was perfect distance, too.
Well, that's all right. We'll get on the green next time. Okay, second shot here on the 8th.
Oh, just need a little more power.
On that chip,
Damn it.
just nice and
I was worried about going fast. Like I said, whenever you
this next putt, we're gonna go
play with the shot, you know, I played with the loft and I played with the spin. And whenever you do that, it's just so much harder to get a perfect tempo. I should have known it was going to be fast. And maybe just played a 9. If I would have just played a standard full 9, that might have been... Fuck. That might have been the play. We gotta win this one, and then we gotta win the playoff. But it's gonna be tough. That's the one thing about golf. It's like when you have to win a hole, it's almost like it's not up to you. It's up to your opponent, because barring a crazy hole out, you know, from the fairway or wherever, you have to just be like, okay, well, they have to make a par, I have to make a birdie, and if they birdie it, you just got screwed, you know. Well, that wasn't good.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. It happens.
It wasn't good. This is heavy rough, and when we need a birdie.
And please, sir, may have a bounce to the right.
All right, I mean, that was a good shot. We're like 10 feet. It's a must make. He has to screw this one up, or else we'd leave it on a loss, which you never want to do. But oh well, you know. Sorry, I'm so high energy, and I'm just very talkative. But after working out and doing all that stuff, I had so much energy.
Could be a good one.
That's why I wanted to hit the range. It's so much energy, but who knows?
All right, this is it. If he sinks this, you're done.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh my God!
Playoff hole to win this match.
It's probably the hole I lost. Yeah.
Or be closest.
If it's the same, just maybe take a 9. He took 8, so I guarantee you he's going 9 this time.
We're gonna put ours closer.
He can put him pretty close. He has been on some of these.
Going with the 9 iron. Shot's looking good.
Hey, hits a decent one. We can get it closer. We definitely can.
Last to hit, but hopefully we'll be closest.
That was the aiming we were.
Here off the tee. Let's go.
The 9's way too far. Damn it. Well, unless he misses and we make, we've lost it. But
Won't be closest to the pin on this.
I was just worried so much about it being fast.
This one the old-fashioned way, and not win in a tough.
Yes!
Okay, that's all she
He's got to miss though. He has to miss.
hope this playoff
And it's not a hard putt is the only thing.
work closest.
Damn it. Alright, well, he got it.
Oh, and with that, they are gonna take the
Damn.
win here in this playoff.
Alright guys, well, we won
Well done.
4 out of 5. We just have to hope he was a high rank.
For me, it was great following you through this bit of golf today. Great work in the playoff. Just couldn't.
Where was
squeeze
he
out
at?
the win in the end, but that's
It was the same rank, so we lost 14. Oh well. Oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed it though. It was fun. We won 4 out of 5. Tomorrow I'll obviously be doing. I have a tee time 9:24, but probably 6 in the morning. I'll probably play TGC, hop off, do a little bit of stuff, head there at 8, hit the range, hit the putting green, hopefully hit the practice area, but that might not be a thing because it's rained so much. And then play and see how it goes. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day and we'll see you. Bye.